So like what you mentioned some you definitely mentioned some hardships going through early on in your high school. What was your best times in high school? What was some of your biggest accomplishments?
I was actually gonna go back to that. You know what I'm saying? I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
let you
Yeah.
talk, but I would say like how I say I moved back to New Orleans, like you know what I'm saying, uh, towards the end of my junior year. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to Sophie B. Wright, I didn't even know like they had a really good basketball team. It was just the closest school to my grandma's house, 'cause, like it's in the 13th ward of New Orleans, and that's where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So that's where she still lives, like to this day. So it's like walking distance from her house. And my little sister had just moved back to New Orleans, so she was going to that school. So me and my brother was like, all right, shit, they got a spot for both of us. Like, fuck it, we gonna go to this school. You know what I'm saying? So like I was saying, when I first got there, I didn't really have real intentions on like playing basketball for that school. Cause like I said, I didn't know they was like really good and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I had left like almost 2 years ago. So I would say I used to like play basketball at PE though. You know what I'm saying? Like as y'all can see, I like to bet on myself. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be at PE, and there'll be people who like they didn't know who I was because I was gone for a while, but people who also like, damn, what's that moving, bro? Like when you got back, you know what I'm saying? So we'll be at PE and we'll be like fake gambling. People I know like they betting on me, and I'm out here playing 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? So it started like way since I was young, bro. I could stay in the backyard with 1-on-1. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, but to continue type shit. One of my homeboys, you know what I'm saying, to this day, as my dog, his name Prince. He was on a basketball team, and I had played like these other two dudes. Me and my brother, we wound up like playing 2-on-2 against these two dudes that was on the team, and that year, so like we beat them for some money, and then my homie Prince, because I used to have class with him, like we was already cool and shit, you know what I'm saying? And he knew I could hoop or whatever from just being out there watching. So he was like, man, like I'm gonna tell coach about you, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right, like it's cool, like, you know what I'm saying? And then I wound up like talking to the coach myself. Shout out Coach Bertrand, you know what I'm saying? But he like low key gave me the runaround at first. I guess you just look at me. Sometime I guess I'm gonna pass the eye test, you know what I'm saying? They like, oh, he can't hoop. So
You
he
was
probably
small.
was like
You was small.
so he probably gave me the runaround, but we had a it was like towards the end of their season because it was like almost the end of the year when I got back. But my homie Prince and there was like a couple other players that was going to that school. They just had like an AAU team that they was gonna be on. So I wound up just like running with that AAU team for the summer. We really turned up, bro. You know what I'm saying? We used Bo McKellar, elite or select. It was one of them. But we won the nationals in Dallas, and we was like 8-0 when we went out there. But like just throughout that season, like Bill Bonds had fun. You know what I'm saying? Met some guys, turned up and shit. And then going on into my senior year, I feel like in the beginning of the year I didn't really get as much burn as I wanted to, but I feel like I also like I'm more so of a scorer, and the school that I had went to, they already had like 3 or 4 guys that like really put the ball in the goal. So they really just needed a point guard, like you know what I'm saying? And it was like, shit, I'm low key a point guard, like you know what I'm saying? Even though I like to score, like I could handle the ball,
I do
get you the
whatever I
ball.
need
You
to
know what I'm
do.
saying? I'll do that. I'll play D for sure. So that's all cool. So I stepped into that role. Like eventually, like once I kind of started realizing, like, all right, bro, this is what they need from me. Like if I'm gonna play, like I gotta do this. Like I gotta do this better if I want to get on the court, and you know what I'm saying? Just gain trust, like in other ways than just saying, bro, I can outscore anybody in here. Cause shit, we already doing that. We putting up 80 a game, like you know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So yeah, bro, I think we averaged like 88 a game my senior year when I was in high school, and then we went to state. Our record at the end of the year was like 35 and like 5, and we went to Final Four, and we wound up losing to us. We was ranked 3, and we lost to school number 2 Peabody. But just that whole year, bro, and just that experience, for like to see, like I say, like my whole high school career started off slow. Like just being able to like, all right, 1 year and we put this together. Like we didn't win state, but just being able to build that connection with the dudes on my team and like.
We love Vikings! We love Vikings!